I don't even want to think about the days before AI, before tools like Misty Studio, because I feel so much more productive in so many different ways. And one of the ways, one of the features of Misty Studio that has really helped me quite a bit, that I feel super productive in and I just really enjoy, is Media Studio. So I thought it'd be fun to do a tutorial, a video, a walkthrough of just me using Media Studio. And I think what I'll do is just create a YouTube thumbnail, which I've been doing with Media Studio quite a bit. And I'll just create a thumbnail for this video. And what I like to do is always start with some context, especially icons. If I have any logos, icons, anything graphically that I want to be included within the image, I'm going to add that as context. So for me, I go in here and let's add a logo. Let's do Studio. We have this new Msty Studio logo that's going to be included in the app pretty soon. But for now, this is our Msty Studio logo. And I'm going to attach that as a part of this conversation. And I'm just going to start with this one added context item and then put in a prompt. And then I'll show you how I start with kind of the starter image and then make improvements on top of that. All right, I'm just going to put in a simple prompt. Create a YouTube thumbnail about how to use Media Studio. All right, and I'm just going to start off with this. I'm going to use Nano Banana, and this one right here is how many images you want to create. I'll start with 2 and then see what we get. And if I wanted to add in a prompt, I could use a quick prompt, but I'm just going to send this off. And let's see what it does with just this prompt and that logo as context. All right, and give me a couple examples to choose from. And from here, what I typically want to do is just kind of get that starter image, the thing that I want to use as the base and then build on top of. And once I figure that out, I'll just remove the other ones. This one I don't want, so I'll leave this here. We already have the logo, so I don't need that as context. And the reason why I'm removing this is I don't want that same context to be resent and then have it added here, which is why we included this keep latest only toggle switch right here. And that is just going to keep that latest in there so you can just work on top of that. You can still add some added context, but typically I just want to continue building off the latest image. All right, so with this, obviously this is not me. I'm going to add an image of me and then replace out this guy with me. All right, I took a picture of me. Let's add it here so it shows up as an image. Not the most flattering image, but let's see what it does. I'm just going to say swap out me with the guy in the picture. All right, not really what I wanted, but this also gives me a good thing to showcase as well. I'm going to click on the edit image icon right here. And the cool thing really is I'm going to click on this arrow feature and then just point to this hand and this hand and then save that out. So we could see that it added those 2 arrows here. And I'm just going to add the prompt, remove the items that the red arrows are pointing to. And this is the cool part. I'm not saying hands or anything like that. I'm just saying remove those things that the arrows are pointing to. And typically Nano Banana is pretty good at identifying the intent that I have and then removing those items as well as removing the arrows as well, because we're not going to want those to stick around. Let's send that off. Okay, so in this case, it removed the hands, but it didn't remove the arrows. Usually it does both. So sometimes it might, like this example here. But we could just say remove the red arrows. And of course, we probably want to keep the token cost down, so we could add multiple commands in here. Let's put a smile on my face, make me look a little more interactive. Let's see, how about make me look happier and pointing to the screen. All right, let's see what it does. So it should add in new hands, but hopefully they look more like my hands as opposed to the hands that were there before. Let's see what we get. That is super duper creepy. All right, maybe the hand is kind of fine. Honestly, I don't think I've had this much trouble before with just adding an image, but I've only added my image a couple times. What is it doing to me? It's looking worse and worse. So at this point, what I might do is go back a few, and then instead of this image, let's put this one back in the spotlight so we could kind of reset. So I would do this often as well. I'd just go back to a previous image, put it in the spotlight, reset. So that's the main image again, the main context that it's going to be improved upon. And then what I might do as well is go back to a previous prompt and then kind of just redo it, maybe up the amount of images again, trying to get something that's more in line with what I'm imagining. All right, so let's go back here. So use the clean shot image to swap out the guy in the thumbnail. Make the new image look happy. Smile. No teeth. And also make the hands look like they belong. All right, much better. I mean, you're your own worst critic, right? So I don't know if that's. I mean, it wasn't a good picture of me to begin with, so let's not be too picky there. It still kind of looks like me. All right, I hope you guys found this useful, and I hope you guys love Media Studio. Again, I've been using it all the time. It's pretty awesome.